Hi everybody, my name is Jessica, and this is my channel, Plant Hooker. Please don't fight. Now today, I'm going to talk about this poor creature. Oh shoot. Sorry, I forgot to turn off my grow lights. So yes, I'm going to talk about this poor creature. Now, I got this in my Sydney shopping trip that I did last year in August. And he was much better. Now, in that video, he's listed as a golden Japanese Stonecrop. Because when I bought him, the tag on him said Japanese succulent. So when I Googled it, this golden Japanese came up. However, when I tried taking care of it like the golden Japanese Stonecrop, it didn't like it. So I delved deeper, only to find out that this is a Chinese Stonecrop. It was mislabeled. Well, what do you expect from Sobeys? So, but its other names are Chinese sedum, Chinese sedum coral reef, sedum tetractinum. So Chinese Stonecrop is what I'm going with. So, and he's in need of repot since I found out he's a Chinese. The Chinese Stonecrops can't handle terracotta like the Japanese can. So, we're putting him in a bigger pot. We're going to put him in a 4-inch. And we're going to move him from the west-facing window to a south-facing window. Because Japanese Stonecrops don't need as much light as the Chinese do. So he's basically quite similar care to my Caucasian Stonecrop. So while I'm repotting him, I'm going to give you a little bit of information about him on how to take care of a Chinese Stonecrop properly. So we're going to, actually, I don't need this one first. We're going to put you down to there. We're going to take him out of the pot. Oh, stop fighting, you two. And we're going to recycle the dirt. So what I do with the dirt is I save it for my cat grass, for my cats and chickens. Well, right now it's cats. Chickens, it's mostly just during the winter time. And we'll probably remove some of the dead ones because not only was he plagued with thrips during the fall, he was also plagued with cats. For some odd reason, Ziva, is she here? Yeah, she's there in the bed. For some odd reason, she took a liking to this guy and she started to eat him. So that's why another reason why we're moving him, because she still likes to eat him. Between the cat grass growth, like when it's in between growing stages. Whoa. Oh! I also accidentally dropped some catgrass seeds in my box, so we will take these out to the chickens later. Because they like to eat these. The cats don't, but the chickens do. So we'll take these out. Like, look at this. No light at all. They still grew. Oh, my chickens are gonna like that. I got nothing to put it on other than the cover of that there for now. Because I opened this to go looking for this thing to get out the dirt. Oh, I guess the cats are gonna eat it because Ziva's eating it right now. Well, their cat grass is like only this long right now. They like it to be longer. She's really going to town. Is it good, Ziva? Is that good? Oh, now I stop. It's camera shy. Okay. So, when I went looking for information on this guy, I couldn't find how long he's been in the cultivar. I did find that he's native to China, and they are a low-growing evergreen succulent. Yes, Eva. I see you. And that's about it. There really isn't much about this. Like, you can look up and it'll tell you all kinds of things about sedums in general and whatnot, but not this one specifically for whatever reason. So I don't think it's been in the cultivar for very long. And like all stone crops here in Canada, this guy is also considered to be an invasive species, which I find so weird. You know, like they're growing it for sale for people to buy as houseplants, and yet, oh, this is considered an invasive species. Kind of like the red ardesia in the southern states. Trying to break this up. Ziva. Now I feel like turning off my camera and filming this. Look at her. Ziva. Hey. Psst. What are you doing? I wasn't doing that. Biffs my ball of wool like, oh, I wasn't touching it. I wasn't playing with it. I wonder if I can like clip out those pieces and like edit them for shorts. I'll try that because that's funny. So yeah, so just very few little information just to give you a tidbit. And the reason why these guys are native to here is because their hardiness zone is a level 4. And a lot of Canada is a 4. Like my area here, we live in a 5. Okay, Ziva. She's almost tearing apart my hooking table. Okay, is there roots on this guy? There's roots on that part, so we'll keep him. And the rest of it should be fine. Place that there. Okay, I gotta stop for a second before she wrecks my hooking. Okay, sorry about that. She was really going to town on my hooking table, and it's like, yeah, no, I'm currently doing commission for the Red Barn in Bedeck, and I've got 2 months left to finish it, and I cannot have any setbacks because the cats decided to go nuts on the thing one day. So, where was I? Oh yes. Yeah, so they are an invasive species here in Canada. Because their preferred temperatures are between 10 and 35 degrees Fahrenheit. Which is, or no, 10 to 35 degrees Celsius, 50 to 95 degrees Fahrenheit. Sorry about that. I should probably have it more here so you can see what I'm doing exactly. There we go. He's not in the best of shape, but like I said, moving him to where my cats can't reach him and giving him a better pot and watering him accordingly, he should bounce back now. Yeah, but yeah, that's their preferred temperatures. And in a pot, they can survive temperatures as low as -5 degrees Celsius, which is, I think, 23 degrees Fahrenheit. But if you plant them in the ground, they can handle as low as -28 degrees Celsius, which is, I think, -18 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, that's cold. These guys can handle those temperatures better than the Caucasian Stonecrop can. So that's why they're considered to be an invasive species. So when it comes to watering, I water him about every 2 weeks. Because, well, that was the terracotta. Now that he's in plastic, it might be 3 weeks. We'll see. And you'll only want to fertilize him about once a month. Here we go. I should move my camera so much. And the best fertilizer for these guys are the cacti and succulent plant food. It doesn't like high humidity. You don't need to mist him. You don't need to clean him or any of that. He prefers dry air. So if you have a wood stove, Stonecrops are some of the best plants for your home. Prefers full sun. So a very bright west-facing window or a south-facing window, whichever you have room for. Now I know, because I repotted him, was it 7 months ago? 6 months ago? Give or take. You really only need to and I'm only repotting him because he doesn't like this terracotta. You only need to really repot them once every 3 years. And the best, like, this is my conglomerate mix. Like, there is cacti and succulent soil in this. But the best, another one that's really good for them, like, cacti and succulent soil is the best for them, but another one that's really good for them is the seed starting mix. And if you have drafty windows, they can handle it no problem. Drafts do not seem to affect this guy. Now, when I looked up pests, it said mealybugs and aphids for sure. However, I do know thrips will go after him because I've caught thrips on him, even though I couldn't find it saying it online. Some of the most common problems with these guys is, of course, a rotting base, and that's, I'm going to put it in the cover pot. There we go. And that's due to overwatering or poor drainage. Like, you're not overwatering him, but your pot's not draining properly, or it's got no drainage. Because these guys here are one of the plants where you absolutely need to have drainage. I know there are some that do well without drainage. Like, for example, my crown of thorns does well without drainage. My Peperomia versalata, my Caucasian Stonecrop does well without drainage, but this guy doesn't. Spindly growth is low light and not pruning him enough, because these guys do need to be pruned quite often for them to keep that nice robustous growth. So I'm getting used to that, and maybe that's what Ziva was doing for me. She was pruning him, because whenever she would eat, I'd get like these bursts of new little growths, but then she'd go back and eat them. It's like, tell them. Cats, love them, can't live without them. I've tried going without having a cat, and it's not fun. I've had cats my whole life, and I think the longest period I've ever gone without having a cat, I was married at the time, of course, and my old cat, Blackie, had escaped the house. I tried to find her, I could not find her. This cat was 15 years old, never been outside. Sometimes I think my ex-husband may have drunkenly left the door open without realizing. Yeah, that was July or August. Yeah, because it was during tourist season, and so I was working. I was working in a restaurant then as a waitress slash cook. And then he decided to get a cat. a black and white tuxedo cat named Ozzy. I think like 6-7 months later. Yeah. So that's the longest I've ever gone in my whole life without a cat. So I love my cats. Another thing too is when the leaves are far apart, if it's not due to a cat eating it, that is due to low light, again, and not pruning properly. Now, because he's kind of recovering, I don't want to prune him, but say he was like lots of growth here and here. These long spindly growths, I would cut them off and like maybe propagate them. But for now, I'm just going to leave them so then like the plant gets healthy and whatnot, and we'll see if we can bring him back. So right now, we're going to go to the bathroom, water him and clean him up and get him ready for the south-facing window. Okay, so we're back, and I think the dryer's pretty loud now that I'm sitting here. I'll close the door, see if I can mute some of the sound. So now we're going to water him and give him a little bit of a pest treatment. It's just rubbing alcohol in water. It's not going to hurt them. It's worked fine on all my other plants. It's just something that I do during the day because I have a very hard time remembering to spray them at night. Because a really good pest treatment, you can only really spray at night. Because if you spray it during the day, it's going to burn the leaves and bye-bye plant. So, take him out of his cover pot. Now, there's no fertilizer in my water. It's just straight water. And this is a filtered water. Lime, chlorine, and that doesn't seem to bother these guys from what I've been able to look up. However, because the majority of my other plants they can only have filtered water. So I just have 3 buckets full of filtered water, and I just keep pouring, keep using. So we're just gonna give him a good soaking here. Making sure he's watered very thoroughly. Still dry there. Because all the other holes I see water coming out of them, but this guy, oh look, he's starting to get darker, so he's finally... Okay, so that should be good enough for him. And like I say, it's just rubbing alcohol. It's nothing special. It's just, I think it's the 50% or 75%, I can't remember. And it's half rubbing alcohol, half water. And you just simply, because I've seen like other plant tubers, like Everything Plants, Jeff will do it too. It's just more or less to help keep the pest off of them. And that's it. And then if you can remember, unlike I do, if you can remember to spray them at night, you won't need to do this. And when I see, from what I heard, some succulents don't do well with neem oil. I couldn't find, he was part of that succulent that doesn't do well with neem oil. Because I don't spray my succulents as often as I do some of the rest of my plants. because I heard succulents don't do well with neem oil. So just throw caution to the wind. I don't often spray them with my pesticide solution, which is a tablespoon of rubbing alcohol, a tablespoon of peroxide, a tablespoon of neem oil, and a tablespoon of insecticidal soap. I think it's the safest. It's the only kind that doesn't seem to bother my hands. Getting rubbing alcohol backdraft. So, sorry for spitting. Yeah, Safer's insecticidal soap in a liter container. Mix it up, and then I spray my plants to keep track of the thrisp. And really, that's it. That's the biggest pest that I have right now, and it's the one that I can't seem to get rid of. But, like, I've had aphids, I've had whitefly, I've had fruit flies, I've had spider mites. I can get rid of them all. Well, the spider mites, I just... Oh, you have spider mites? Because like I said, I don't... The plants I get, I try not to spend tons of money on. So then I don't feel bad to chuck them. However, if my SP Germany ever gets spider mites, that thing definitely will be getting sprayed to death, because that's my most expensive plant and I don't want to lose it. So now we're going to go to the spot to where he's going to be. Okay, so like you've seen this place before when I did my roadkill cactus. So this is one of my echeverias that's having a hard time. I don't know why I keep buying them. They don't do well in my household. Actually, I don't know of anybody who's done very well with echeverias, to be honest. And this is my spider cactus, who doesn't seem to grow at all, but he's still alive. He's doing fine, so we're gonna keep him. So he's gonna go right between the roadkill cactus and my echeveria. In the window right here. Or, if I can get around my other plant. The window right here. Yeah, because this is my verticillata, Peperomia verticillata. And then my SP Germany and my Caucasian Stonecrop, or what's left of him. Yeah, because the video, that one, was that 2 years ago now? It was quite a while ago, and he was like big and bushy and hanging and trailing, and then he got attacked by thrisp and got knocked down to just that, and that's all I've been able to save. So I've been trying to get him to come back. He's coming back, like he's doing great. Like he's got this new growth here, new growth there, so it's working. It's coming slowly but surely. So if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. If you don't like the video, you can always give me a thumbs down. Everybody has a right to their opinion. But if you do like the video, subscribe. And as always, live long, plant on.